Let me show you how to build this very simple side table that matches the coffee table from my last video. This is made entirely out of 2x4s, which are ripped down into 2x2s. And as always, I'll have the build plans available. The link is going to be in the video description. For this build, you'll only need two 2x4s at 8 foot or four 2x2s at 8 foot if you decide to go that route. And we're going to start by cutting our pieces. We're going to need 4 pieces at 17 inches. These are going to be the legs, which we'll rip down into 2x2s. And then we'll need 7 pieces at 10 inches, which will be the supports. 6 pieces at 12 and an eighth, which will be the table slats. And 4 pieces at 15 and a quarter with 45 degrees angles on each end. And that 15 and a quarter is going to be long point to long point. And I'll cut that angle later on in this video. For now, I'm just getting the basic pieces I need, so that way I can get it to the table saw and rip them. And this table is very similar to the coffee table that I had made. It goes together the same way, it's just a little bit smaller. Now over to the table saw. I want to cut or rip the rounded edges off of all these pieces, which gives it a nice square look. I get asked a lot where I get my square 2x4s at, and this is pretty much how I do it. So most 2x4s you get at the store are going to come with those rounded edges, which is fine for some things, but I think if you trim them off, it makes your furniture look a lot better. And I'm using cedar 2x4s for this build, which I got at Menards. And do one side, then we'll flip it over, do the other side, exact same thing. Just take that rounded edge off. And once we have all the edges off, we'll set the blade to 1.5 inches and cut our 2x2 pieces. Every piece in this build is going to be a 2x2, which is 1.5 inches. And if you don't have a table saw, it'll save a lot of time just buying the 4 8-foot 2x2 pieces that you need. Most of this build I was spent at the table saw just cutting and ripping the pieces that I need, so 2x2s would be a lot easier. Next, we're going to pocket hole all 7 of those support pieces. And since these are just 1.5 inches wide, we're just going to add 1 pocket hole to each side of these. And this is the Craig 720 Pro. I get asked a lot about that also. And if I remember, I'll throw a link down for this in the video description also. Now we'll start to put together one side using Titebond 3. And then these are the 17-inch legs. I measured 3.5 inches up on these, and I'm using this clamp to hold everything together. And the piece that's clamped in there is one of the 10-inch supports. I'm just using my 2.5-inch pocket hole screws. And if you can see my drill, I have a little 90-degree angle piece on there that helps with those tight spots when you're doing your pocket holes. And then for the next 10-inch pieces, it's going to be flush with the top of the legs. Pretty simple. And since this is a table, we're going to make the other side exactly the same. The 3.5 inches up. Clamp it in there. Use my little angle piece there on the drill. Put those screws in. And flip it over and do the top. Using that Titebond 3 since this is going to be outside. And the cedar is a great wood to use outside also. That's why I chose cedar for this project. Next, we're going to put the rest of the table together. On that bottom piece, I measured over 5 inches, which is approximately the middle. I'm doing it on both sides of this table. And I'm going to connect another 10-inch piece. This will hold it together. And then the last 2 pieces just flush with the top to match the other sides. 2.5-inch pocket hole screws. You can see I'm using the blue ones, which have that blue coating. They're rated for outdoor use. And then once the table frame is assembled, we'll come back and cut the tabletop frame, which has those 45-degree miters at 15.25 inch measurement. We have 4 of these. They're going to be exactly the same. A little tricky to cut on the saw there, the smaller pieces, but we got it. And then just going to glue it together, and I'm going to use these spring clips, which work great for these miter edges. I used them on the coffee table in the last video. I'm using that little plier tool there to spread them apart, and that clamps down on the wood. And if you're doing a lot of miters or picture frames or anything like that, I highly recommend this tool. It makes your edges go together a lot easier. Next, we're going to cut our table slat pieces. These are the 12.1/8 inch. We have 6 of these, so I'm cutting 3 2x4 chunks. Going to do the rounded edges on the table saw, both sides of those, and then we'll come back and set that blade at 1.5 inches to make our 2x2 pieces. Let's have all 6 of those cut. We'll add our pocket holes, 1 on each side, like just before. One thing I like about this Craig 720 Pro is there's a dust collector port on the side, so I can hook my shop vac up right to it. Can't really see it from here, but it works great. Once those are done, we'll take the clips off. Once that's dried, they kind of come off the same way they go on. They spread apart with that little plier tool. And then we can add our tabletop slats. I have these spaced about 3/8 of an inch apart. I'm using that little blue spacer, just a spacer block, or if you don't have spacer blocks, you can just use a piece of wood or a pencil, something along those lines, just to give you a little spacer. But these are just pocket holed in, nice and snug. And then once we have all 6 of them in, we'll be able to mount it to the tabletop, which, since this is going outside, I'm not going to use tabletop fasteners, which is what I typically use for my indoor furniture. And this is a smaller table, so what we're going to do is just screw it. I got 2.5-inch deck screws. I'm just going to put a couple of those in through those top supports there, but I'm making sure everything's nice and even on both sides. Pre-drill my holes. I just did 4 2.5-inch screws to hold that top on, and it's as easy as that. And just like that, we have our little side table. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.